Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Black Men Are Done Chasing Women. Now they want to be pursued. Let's get right into it.
Let me ask y'all women something real quick. Like, when are y'all really going to meet good, quality, decent, human men? Like, I keep hearing go to happy hour, go out by yourself, like, don't be with a group of women because men intimidate and they won't approach you. But seriously speaking, like, have y'all been out recently and a guy has come up to you and introduced himself to you and just been kind? I feel like men are just not menning anymore. Like, they are looking for a woman to help with everything and they want to be chased. Like, what happened and when did it happen? I feel like some type of bulletin went out and they all received an email or something that said, now it's our time to be chased. We are the prize. Like, what the fuck? Seriously. It's crazy.
I want to start by saying it's fascinating to me that women still don't know what men want. I don't know. Okay, so shout out to this content creator. I'm going to put a link to her TikTok in the description. Also, check out my new book, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's a free ebook. You guys can download it right now. Click the link below. Okay, but let's address what she's saying here. She's talking about, where do you find good men? You know, I heard you go to happy hour. Listen, I don't understand why people think you find a good man at a bar. Respect to all the men that drink, respectfully, but drinking regularly, how's that a good behavior? So why would you consider someone who drinks regularly a good man? If a man just hangs out at the bar for no reason other than that's part of his routine, do you really think you want to date him? You know, I don't know. As Christians, we call those drunks. And, you know, to be a drunk is to be looked down upon in Christianity, okay? Like, drunkenness or laziness, you know, they're akin to each other. So, you know, drunks, gluttons, you know, to be out of shape, all this stuff. This is why I think it's important where you meet a man based on the qualities you want him to have. Like, why don't you meet a man at the gym? Because your chances are you want a man to be fit. But a lot of you women aren't fit. So therefore, you won't meet him at the gym because you yourself don't go to the gym. You want to find a place men are just hanging out. Why do you want to meet a man that's just hanging out? Why don't you meet a man that's being productive? Women used to meet men at work. They used to meet men at school. When you meet a man at work, what happens? You know he got a job. When you meet men in school, you know he's going to get a degree or he's working towards a degree. So to me, we've lost touch with this because we think life is just so casual. I can meet you at the bar, you're getting drunk. Why would you want to meet someone while they're drunk? I would never want to meet I don't go to the bar, right? There's a bar right down the street from my house. You know, occasionally I've taken girls there, but I don't really drink. I get like a seltzer and cranberry juice. And I usually get it for free because people think I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm not. I just don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take the free drink. I'm still going to tip, you know, but I used to do that as a way to kind of compromise because a lot of women find it like a normal thing to socialize and get drunk. However, so many bad things happen when women are drunk and you mix dating and mating into that. Things can happen, the Me Too movement. I just, you know, now I'm like, I'm avoiding it at all costs. You know, if a girl wants to drink and we're out to dinner, be my guest. Absolutely, you could do that. You could do that. But to bring you to a bar to go drink, it's a bad idea. Okay, that's me personally. So, you know, if she's asking the question where to meet men, you meet men doing the things you want your man to do. If you want your man to be in the gym, meet him at the gym. If you want him to be a salsa dancer, meet him at dancing salsa. You know, if you want him to be someone that studies and reads, meet him at the library, meet him at school, right? If you want him to have a job, meet him at work. A lot of women don't have the jobs that they want. They want their man to have a much better job than them. So I guess you can't meet him at your job, but maybe meet him at his job. Whatever that may be. You want to meet a man that sells Lexuses or BMWs or even Ferraris, go to the dealership, try to hit on a man that sells Ferraris, right? It's similar, it's common sense. You know, but for men, we understand this because women think that the way for men and women to meet is casually, socially, and that they're going to place themselves in a place. A woman's going to put herself in your proximity, and it's your job as a man to approach her. Okay, and I don't really believe that. I believe men or women can approach each other, and even if you meet on a dating app, it's two people consenting. Right? So it's like even if I swipe on a girl right, she has to swipe right back on me as well. So that means we're agreeing that we're attracted to each other. And then from there, I might start the conversation, but there's nothing wrong with her starting the conversation either. Especially if you want a man of value. Women need to understand this. Men of value don't chase women. I just really need women to understand. If you want a man of value, understand he's going to have other girls that want to be with him too. That's what gives him value. Okay? He's what we call in business oversubscribed. Yeah. He don't got time to play games with you because he already got a line of women that are cooperative working with him. Like someone like me is no reason I know a lot of girls try to play games with me, but it makes no sense because I have girls that are already excited to be around me. I have girls that are already excited to go on dates, to spend time, to hang out, to sleep over, to go on trips. I have girls that already want to do that. So you're playing games when I'm already occupied. It makes no sense. So if you want to meet a man of value, you have to understand these things. And I think as men, maybe we could do a better job helping women understand these things, but we do already. The red pill, right? The red pill has given women, and by the way, the red pill is just synonymous with the word the truth. That's all it is. It refers to a movie, The Matrix, where Neo was offered the red pill or the blue pill. The blue pill was to go along with the lie that the world has told you and keep believing a lie, or the red pill and learn something about what's really going on, learn the truth. That's where the red pill comes from, and that's so the idea of red pill is the truth. I know a lot of people look at it like the red pill is this, is that. All it does is tell men the truth about women, because as men, we want to succeed. We don't want to struggle with women. I don't want to struggle with women. I don't. And that's why in my book, my free ebook, you guys can download it. I teach you guys my tried and true ways I've learned how to succeed with women. Even though, black pillars might look at me and say, well, you're an attractive guy. It's easy for you to say. That's true. But women reject men even if they're attractive. I've gotten rejected by girls that found me very attractive. So you need looks, you need personality, and that's why Be Attractive and Shut Up is the title of my free ebook. Go check it out. Go download it right now. It is free, okay? And share it with someone that you think might benefit from it. But when I look at videos like this from girls on TikTok, they haven't realized how horrible the disease of feminism has corrupted the minds of modern women. It has ruined modern women to thinking that, one, they don't need a man. Which, by the way, I want to address this too, the men. If women don't need us but they want us, let me tell you something about want and needs. Want is more stronger than need. So as men, part of us has to kind of decipher what women are saying. Women don't say, the popular saying is I don't need a man, but there's no popular saying is I don't want a man. That's not as popular. The I don't need a man is the more popular one, which is fine. If you don't need us, fine. Right? If you don't need us, then don't expect us to pay your bills. When you say you don't need a man, you should pretty much saying that I want 50-50. But women are, they confuse themselves with their own language and their own verbiage. But realistically, if you don't need a man, date a man who you can provide for yourself. He can provide for himself as well. You guys are both just showing up to be with each other, not based on provision for one person or another. If you want my wallet, that means you need me. Okay? So if a woman says she doesn't need a man, but she wants a man, to me, want is much more stronger than to need, because people ignore their needs and focus on what they want. Most people need to be healthy. Most people need to go to the gym, but they don't go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Most people, want an extra cheeseburger. Most people want an extra slice of pie. They don't need it, but they want it, and guess what they do? They go get it. Like for me, I used to smoke a lot of MJ. I'm going to keep it real with you. I stopped recently. And one of the reasons why I stopped is because I've realized that I'm too dependent on this, and I don't need this. I wanted it, but I don't need it. And now, since I don't do it anymore, I don't even think about it anymore. It's a real addiction, and I was able to beat the addiction by just stopping. And my thoughts were, I believe in God. I believe God created the heavens and the earth. I believe he put MJ on this earth to be smoked. I believe that. But that doesn't mean he believes to be smoked all the amount of times I was smoking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's going to make me more akin to a drunk. Someone that's constantly getting high out their mind. It's not something that you need. And because I was depending on it, I realized it's addictive. But the great thing about it was I was able to break the addiction by just making a choice and deciding that I'm not going to keep doing this anymore. It got expensive. I won't lie. It got expensive to the point where I was like, man, like, what am I really getting out of this? Right? When I get up every morning, I'm trying to burn, when I could just be work. Much more productive and cheaper. Right? And I won't be as tired or drowsy. Now, when I'm on vacation, if I'm in Jamaica, I want to, smoke a little hash. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All right. Smoke a little hash. All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm on vacation. But every day can't be a vacation. Every day can't be a day of relaxation. I gotta work. I gotta do what I have to do, and that's what's more important to me. That's gonna change and improve my life. If you suffer from that too, I recommend you. Hey, look, why don't you just stop? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you just stop and see if it benefits your life? You could save money. You could be more productive. You could be less tired. Okay, something to think about. But overall, I think it's funny that as men, we want to be. We're being condemned for wanting to be pursued, but the reality of it is the only reason why we want to be pursued because we're high in demand. And if if you have a business that's quote unquote oversubscribed, by the way, that's a great book, Oversubscribed, that I'm reading right now. You guys can check it out. It's in my Amazon affiliate link. Check out my Amazon affiliate link. You'll see the book Oversubscribed. It's free on Audible. So if you have Audible, it's free. Great read. But it says that men or businesses that are oversubscribed, they make their demands. Right? They can make their demands because they have more than enough customers who want to buy their products, and they don't have to cheapen their prices and don't have to stoop down or stoop low to the demands and the wills of the customer. You don't. Okay? You don't have to, beg and chase for customers if customers are knocking down your door and there's a line around the corner for your product, your service, your business. Okay? And so high value men, they have a line around the corner down the street of women. We do. Right? And it's only going to improve with time. It's not going to decline. Women, I'm going to keep it real, child. I know y'all want to be chased. Y'all so used to being in your early 20s, in your prime, and men are chasing you. Those times are over, right? When you're in your late 30s, don't expect to live your life like a 20-year-old. I know a lot of women do. They expect to still, oh yeah, everybody want this. Everybody want to hit this. Especially that we know, like I did a video recently. A lot of y'all not even clean. According to other women. Not even from me. Other women have respect y'all and said y'all not even clean. Wiping back to front is crazy. Your discharge mixing up with feces is crazy. I damn near threw up on that video. That was gross. But that's what a wax technician was talking about. How a lot of women are smelly, dirty down there, and they don't want to hear nothing about it. Oh no, they don't want to hear nothing about it. They want a person to just do their job and ignore the fact that they got a foul stench. They're stinking up their room. You guys got what's called sit down earth or sit down wind, sit down. Sit down air? What? I never even heard of that before. Sit down air? So that smell that passes by when a girl sits down, that's crazy, So, a lot of women got to get their acts together, get into the gym, become healthier, stop being a drunk, right? Stop being a drunk, stop partying, stop expecting a man to do all the work and you don't do none of the work. Stop saying you don't need a man when you know damn well you want to go, you want him to pay for 100% of your bills. That sounds like a need, right? And if you don't need a man to pay 100% of your bills, stop requiring it. That's how you help improve your relationships with men. Okay? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.